Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help and welcome back to another video today. So this weekend they had RuneFest 2025 and they revealed the roadmap for the next year. So this is the summit summary. So let's take a look at this. Well, here we go. We've got the roadmap for the next year, which is extremely exciting. And as you can see, the next big kind of thing coming to the game is actually in March. So this month, we will get our first public playtest of sailing, which is kind of crazy to think about. I was like, last year I was like, maybe next year at like the end of the year or something we will get a playtest, but no, it's coming at the start in March. Very, very nice. So obviously get your hands on the new skill and shape the game with your feedback. And then we've got spring. We've got a new end game boss called Yama. And this is going to be the duo boss. It's going to be have different challenges and new best in slot rewards. Very cool for that. In the summertime, we are going to be getting Varlamore, the Final Dawn. I guess this has kind of been pushed a little bit because people can't seem to agree, or Jaggers can't come up with any good rewards for it. So this is going to include the Rainforest, the first Enrage boss, the Auburn Valley, the new Fletching activity, the Custodia Pass, new Slayer Dungeon, Twilight, the new final quest for that area, which is cool. Then it looks like in the summertime, we are going to be getting sort of some QOL updates type thing. So Elemental Weakness expansion, which is going to be good for that new Twin Flame staff. Better halberds, which I think has caused the price of them to kind of skyrocket right now, which is funny. Better drop table adjustments. And then obviously a dedicated Slayer quality of life. And this is where it gets crazy. So autumn this year is going to be the release of the sailing skill. What? I did not think it would come out this year at all. That is extremely exciting. I guess we will be losing the max cape this year and have a new skill to get from 1 to 99. So I don't know what the whole community thinks about this. Let me know down in the comments if you're excited for it, if you're mad about it, if you hate it, if you're not going to train it. I really am curious to know. So basically, sailing, of course, is exploring new islands and different points of interest, combat at sea, customizing crew and vessels, and new rewards. And then we've got another Deadman season type thing coming in the winter of 2025. And then obviously for early 2026, there will be a Grandmaster Myreque quest, which is going to be the finale. Vampirum, Home of the Vampires, and more to be revealed soon. So that's the major updates of the year. Now looking at them, I'm kind of like, there's nothing crazy that I'm super excited about really, besides for this sailing skill. Obviously there's going to be a couple new bosses, a little bit of an area expansion, so these are more bigger updates, I'd like to say, this year, rather than a bunch of smaller ones which maybe we've seen in the past. These seem to be very big updates that are coming into the game, so it's going to be interesting to see for sure. Then it says and beyond sort of at the bottom right here. So these are some other little updates that they want to kind of throw in. So the HD and API sort of update, which is going to be giving you some more customization with the graphics. I guess that's going to be on the regular client, so it doesn't really matter. Everyone uses Runelite. So there's the quality of life polls and seasonal events. So of course there's going to be multiple different quality of life and changes and updates like that throughout the year that we can look forward to. And they thought they would throw in seasonal events here. Of course, we're going to be getting Easter, Halloween, and Christmas. And then they want to talk a little bit about the Project Zanaris, Community Worlds, and basically play Gillinar your way and register for the upcoming playtests. So Varlamore, the Final Dawn overview. As we zoom towards the Final Dawn, we thought you were all due a refresher on everything we've discussed so far. Before we delve into it, we have an announcement about the release date. When we announced the Final Dawn back in September, we predicted an early spring launch. That is actually exactly what I thought. Since then, we've been hard at work fleshing out each new core activity and breathing life into the new areas you'll explore. And we've discovered that to truly do this update justice, we'll need a little more time. This means we'll be releasing Varlamore, the Final Dawn, in July of this year. To be honest, it is one of those things where it is one of the biggest updates of the year, a brand new area expansion, and to have it better rather than just kind of sloppy, maybe a little rushed when it comes out is definitely better, so I don't mind waiting for this. There is a video here that's going to be showing a little bit of the new boss, so we can quickly kind of just take a look at some of this right here. Okay, looks like you fall down into this thing right here. Let's see if we can get to the actual boss part of it. Okay, this looks pretty interesting. I always love these videos. They do a phenomenal job. So it looks like it's, look, was this coming out of the water? Yep. Damn, this looks so cool. I really like the design. And then it opens up the door, and yeah, there we go. That's going to be one of the new bosses. So of course they're going to be talking about the official client sort of updates. So there's nothing in the world quite like the dedication of an old school RuneScape player. And since launching old school RuneScape mobile, you've really proven your determination to keep on the grind. Yeah, so one thing that this is really good for the HD update is of course mobile, because you can't access Runelite on mobile, right? So from a cruise ship in Alaska, surrounded by glaciers, to getting 99 prayer at the top of the Big Bahuda in Thailand, clearly you're not ones for XP waste. That's hilarious that people have done that. We also seen old school accompany you to hockey games, the dentist, and even snuck into school assemblies. More like in class, you know what I mean? We were using remote desktop back in the day to do that. So these stories remind us why we're aiming high with our plans for the official client, which makes sense, right? I mean, I don't know if they could ever do like a Runelite sort of app. I don't know if that maybe be too complicated, but if they can do it to their own client, that's good. And that's kind of the only, unless people don't use Runelite, which I don't know why you wouldn't, then that's the only real reason I see any good with them updating their official client, you know what I mean? So, I mean, this could be good. Okay, so sailing, the alpha is coming this month for us to test, so let's check this little video out.
They think that I am a fool, and maybe they're right. You see, I have spent a lifetime wondering what lies beyond that.
Just like seeing this is pretty cool, to be honest, especially when it was like going out from Draenor there, you know what I mean? It's very cool. It's going to be a new way to travel in RuneScape as well, and this is like the basic little starboat. It's just interesting, you know?
Horizon. Ever curious of what secrets are out there, just waiting to be discovered. Unknown isles, filled with mystery. New faces to meet, and creatures to uncover.
The one thing I've always really liked about sailing is it's sort of an update that they can continue to make updates for forever without them getting stale, you know what I mean? Like they could release a whole new area and just kind of include it with the sailing skill. They could release a new raid, include it with the sailing skill, a new skill even, you know what I mean? It's pretty interesting. There's so much content, and that's why I'm really excited for it.
And if I'm lucky, I may even find my fortune through hidden treasures and untold riches. And although I may face monsters of the deep, and
that's also another thing I'm excited for, is the whole combat, how that's gonna work with sailing. Two different ways to do PVM, like bossing on your boat, you know?
storms unlike any other. I say let those winds roar. For today I will set sail for that horizon, and the sea will finally be mine to claim. No.
Awesome. So fresh off the RuneFest presses, we can now announce that the Sailing Alpha will launch later this month. The Sailing Alpha is a massive, open playtest packed with exciting high sea adventure. So it's a huge milestone for the old school team, who have been diligently working towards our first new skill ever since you voted on it. That is insane to me that we can do that, like play test it this month. So if you're lucky enough to be at RuneFest, you can swing by the LAN area to give sailing a try right now. That's crazy that they sold like, what, 1,000 tickets, and they're like kind of flexing on us right here. I don't know why you only sold us 1,000 tickets or whatever when we have 1 million people playing this game. So yeah, I just anyways. And they want to state that the alpha is obviously not the final product for sailing. And then we can do some play testing later this month. So the alpha is expected to take approximately 75 minutes to complete. It will be open for 1 week, so we have a 1 week to sort of try it out. So the summer sweep up might not seem like the most interesting of updates, but could honestly be some of the better ones in the long run. So we're back with another round of tweaks and rebalances. And if the first project rebalance showed us anything, it's that small changes can have a big impact. Pretty much what I just said. These rebalances are designed to keep the game fresh and exciting without requiring a massive overhaul. So before we dive in, let's talk about what you can expect while this update follows in the footsteps of our 2024 project rebalance. It won't be quite as expansive. Unlike last year's changes, this round is more about refining what's already there, polishing mechanics, and setting up opportunities for future updates. Okay. So of course there's going to be combat adjustments. So first up, combat. Elemental weakness have been a hit, and we've been keeping a close eye when and where players have been enjoying them the most. Based on what we're expanding the system with a bunch of new weaknesses and monster interactions. So halberds have also been a hot topic, and we're giving them even more reach. Soon you'll be able to use them against Zulrah and even those annoying ambiances. So that's cool. You will finally actually be able to use melee at Zulrah when it's not on the league. So loot table changes, we've been taking a close look at loot tables, and some drops just don't add up. Worms dropping 6 million blood runes in a week. That's kind of insane. Firewatch Sentinels contributing 9 million. Seems fine, but Nomad dishing out 33 million. Yeah, that's a bit much. We want to avoid low effort activities flooding the game with resources, as that would devalue them and negatively impact other sources. Balancing is key, and we'll be making adjustments to keep things fair and rewarding. To smooth things out, we'll be altering some loot tables, scaling back sources that are producing specific resources, while giving a boost to NPCs with lackluster loot. In some cases, a small thematic drop could go a long way in making encounters more rewarding. These changes should help keep the economy balanced while ensuring loot remains meaningful across all content tiers. Alright, fine. So Slayer improvements, we've also got a bunch of changes we'd like to make for Slayer, including reworking the block list system to give you more flexibility, making sure tanky monsters rewards the effort needed to take them down. That's good, because some of them you just skip because they're freaking annoying, so maybe it'll be worth it now. Merging some monsters into broader categories for better assignments. That would be phenomenal. Taking a fresh look at Inferno tasks. Okay, not sure what that means. Modifying the Abyssal Sire encounter, and adjusting perk prices so they feel more in line with their benefits. So looking to the future, Old School isn't just about the big flashy updates. The game has been going strong for over a decade, and we want to keep it thriving for many more. That's why we're committed to updates like this, small but impactful, changes that keep the game healthy. These adjustments won't just make Old School better today, they'll also create room for future updates. We want every new addition to reset on a solid foundation, ensuring that our game stays as engaging and enjoyable as ever. Like we mentioned above, we've got loads more to go over and talk through with you later in this year, so hold tight for now, and we'll see you soon. But yeah, that looks really good, honestly. Like they were saying at the very start, that some of the smaller updates can be kind of make the biggest impact. So of course they talked a little bit about Project Zanaris. For anyone who doesn't know, this is pretty much where you can make your own community servers. I'm not really going to go over this too much here. The next big thing here is Yama, the Master of Packs. So that's going to be a new boss. So deep beneath Karen resides an entity more powerful than you could comprehend. A ferocious demon resembling a minotaur, whose guild and charm have allowed him to wrest control over other demons, amass hordes of disciplines who will sacrifice other humans to honor him, and influence even the policies of Karen. So it's a brand new boss that you can take down. Basically, it looks like it's going to be in the Chasm of Fire. So I'm going to make a more dedicated blog post to this one as well. But yeah, it's going to be a duo-focused end-game boss. So I don't know what you really think about that. I always like more when they do solo content personally because I play an Ironman. But, you know, the Royal Titans were pretty fun. So I can't really complain. And the last kind of thing here, the Blood Moon rises. So long ago, before the vampires were united as one, they lived in desperate clans in their ancestral home of Vampirium. For the Draken clan, strength ruled above all else. Clan leaders were selected during the brutal festival of combat known as the Night of Blood Moon. Along with leadership of the clan, the victor of this festival was granted a title. They became known as the Blood Moon. Okay, interesting. So this is going to be a new Grandmaster quest. And this, I think it was saying this is not even going to be coming till 2026. So there's a long time for this. And let's see if they have any requirements. We're still in the early stages of development, so we don't have a full list of requirements just yet. What we can confirm is that you will need to have completed Sins of the Father and A Night at the Theater. So those quests, that makes sense. For skills, we're looking at multiple requirements of level 70 plus. And would recommend a combat level of 110. So it definitely is going to be one of those sort of Song of the Elves type quests, end game type thing. So yeah, this looks like it is the old school RuneScape roadmap for 2025. Lots of nice reveals at RuneFest. Sorry I didn't make this video sooner. I was quite busy this weekend and didn't even get to really look at it until today. So yeah, lots of very nice changes. Super excited for sailing. And also the Varlamore expansion, a couple bosses, of course, and then probably some of the best ones will be the quality of life updates like they always do. And then if you are a fan of PKing, you might be excited about the Winter Deadman mode coming to the game. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video today. Let me know down in the comments which update you are most excited for. If you will be playing, if you will be taking part in sailing. I know there's some people who are like, yeah, I'm not even gonna train it, keep old school. I don't really know what to think about that, but yeah, I'm personally really excited for all of these updates this year. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we will probably cover every single one of them. So yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya later.